Hmm. 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 Oh boy. This is gonna be a little more of a serious review. I actually kind of want to take this seriously. This is the Hiya Toys Godzilla 2000 or Godzilla 1999 or whatever you want to call it. It's the same shit. Before we start the video, for a little bit, it's just gonna kind of be what I have in my collection. So maybe some of the figures are gonna be kind of old, but eventually I'll be able to kind of buy more up-to-date figures. This guy's up to date. This is a more recent figure. But yeah, I just wanted to disclose that and let you guys know. Okay, so now the first thing I want to talk about is not going to be this figure, but is actually going to be the box. Now this is kind of what Hiya does really nicely. They make really nice boxes. I eventually hope I can get like a shelf or something to just display exclusively the boxes, because man, this just looks nice. Front of the box though has a picture of him, says Godzilla 1999, has a choking hazard warning, another Godzilla logo, Toho, the logo for the movie, exquisite basic, very nice, very awesome, very epic. Side of the box, same stuff. Back of the box just has another image of him along with some stuff, that, all sorts of very cool and very wacky stuff. Top of the box is just, again, Godzilla 1999, and the bottom of the box is the exact same thing. Overall, I like Hiya's boxes. I like Monster Arts' old boxes. I don't like their newer boxes, though. But Hiya nails boxes. But anyways, get out of here. That's not what we're here to look at. We're here to look at the freaking Godzilla. The freaking Godzilla. Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about is the paint and detail, because man, let me try to get this guy more in center. Sorry, the center of my screen is actually being blocked by my tripod, so I cannot see this guy very well. But what I can say is that this guy looks just insane. I mean, there's not really anything else to say about it. It's just really nice. The eyes are looking straight forward. I think this is the first, at least articulated, Millennium Godzilla we've gotten to where the eyes just look good from the front. The face doesn't look weird or squished, or he doesn't look like a frog, at least not entirely. So that's really nice to see. The paint on the teeth is also very nice. They did a really good job. The inside of the mouth is a more accurate orangey color, which I like. The mouth has a few paint scuffs. Oh my gosh, I'm having a stroke. Like, as you can see, I think that's like a bristle from a brush got stuck in there and they took it out like last second, and the tongue's kind of missing some of the orange. But other than that, the inside of the mouth looks very nice. One thing to note, the base of the teeth is like showing, so you can kind of like see the mold that they were put on. I don't really know how to describe it. On this side, you can't, at least not until you get to like right here. I don't really mind it. It's not like super noticeable or anything, so like I don't really care. This is still a really good looking figure. The rest of the paint is super nice as well. The red spikes don't really bother me. I honestly think it's nicer than the purple. It's not accurate, but I think it's nicer because it adds a bit more vibrancy than the purple would have on my shelf. Because I'm sure a lot of you know this, but a Godzilla shelf can very quickly turn just very boring and very gray, so it's nice to have some vibrancy like some reds and some oranges like with Burning Godzilla, or yellows like with Ghidorah. It's very nice. He is not green like he is in the movie. He's more of like a greenish gray, but mainly gray, and I also prefer that. I know I'm a fake fan, even though Millennium is my favorite Godzilla design. That's why this is my first review. I just prefer the gray on Godzilla over the green, so I'm really happy that this guy was more of a gray. It's very subtle. I mean, I guess one could argue that he's very one-notish, but I don't really mind it. He looks damn good. There's a reason why I prefer Hiya over Monster Arts, and that's because they make things like this, and they look so good. The tail as well, it kind of somewhat abruptly transfers from the red on the spines to just gray, like the rest of his body. but it's just subtle enough to where I don't really mind it. If it was just like this spine was red and then this had just no red on it, that would be a problem. But I don't know if you can see, but it does have some red on it. So, you know, it's okay. The nails are okay. I will say the nails are not the best on this figure. They're not terrible by any means. They're actually better than pretty much anything Monster Arts has put out in the past 10 years. And they look pretty damn good. The toenails look a lot better than the fingernails on both feet. I do like the very nice smooth transition from light to dark tan. It's very nice. Hiya did so good with this figure. Like, this is a good figure. Ignore this. The details on this figure are honestly gonna get a 4.5 out of 5. It's almost perfect, but there are some spots, specifically with how the spines transition and the fingernails that aren't perfect in my opinion, but it's close. The details are so close. This is my favorite design of Godzilla, and the fact that it's so close with everything except for those small things and maybe his viscosity. I don't know if I'm using that word right. Anyways, that's about it for the detail segment. On to the articulation. Alright, so we're going to start at his head. His head moves up that far, down that far, can look left that far, and right that far. Now that doesn't look like much, but just wait, because it gets freaking nuts. I checked out how his neck joint worked a little earlier today. These are sleeves. He does have a ball joint that is pretty much connected to his shoulders that goes up into his neck, and then another ball joint right here, and then another ball joint right here. So he has, what's that, 3 ball joints? So now his head can look up this far. If you push it, which that's not putting any stress on it, it sounds like it, but it's not. What is this thing on him? There we go. It's still not off. What is that? Anyways, he can look up this far. He can look down that far. He can look left this far. He can look right this far. And he can do some pretty freaking wacky stuff now. Look at him get his groove on. 21-year-old man. His shoulders can go out this far, and he has a ball joint right here as well. So they can go out just a bit further. Go in about that far. They can go, I believe, all the way around. If you kind of work with it a little bit. Yep, all the way around. It's kind of tough, but you can get it. Like I just mentioned, he has a bicep swivel that is also on a ball joint, so it can help with the shoulder range. And this can swivel in that far and out that far. Now, his elbows aren't very noteworthy, I guess you could say, but they can go in about that far, out about that far, and his hands are on the signature hiya hand joint system that they've been using for all their figures for a while. So it can go up that far, down that far, go frick you, frick you, frick you. Can go to the side this far out, this far in. And yeah, the arms have a pretty good range of motion. I can't really complain considering how clunky the suit was in the movie. He can crunch that far. He can arch his back that far. And he can go side to side fairly far. One thing to note, this seems to be a pretty consistent thing on just all of these figures, where the waist joint is just kind of loose. It's not really anything to worry about. It's not anything to worry about. It's just something to note. I mean, it's not like annoyingly loose, it's just loose. That's all there really is to it. Legs can go in this far, out that far, can kick that far forward, can go back about that far, can swivel. His knees can go back about that far, forward about that far. His foot can go that far that way, can go up about that far, down about that far. So now, honestly, the most disappointing part about this figure is the tail. I was expecting this figure to have like the same range of motion as the 91 Godzilla and the GMK Godzilla. It doesn't, but for what it is, it's not terrible. Basically, you can go that far to the side, like that. Like I said, it's not terrible. It's just not the same as their other recent Godzilla releases. Can go... Oh, that fucking hurts. Come on, you bitch. You're embarrassing me in front of my friends. You're embarrassing me. Freaking embarrassing me. Can go about that far in. Hiya figures are usually solid. Their older figures, like their first few Monsterverse figures, were like solid bricks and you couldn't move them without cutting yourself. At least now Hiya has improved that. And now you can very satisfyingly move these things and not worry about, like, especially with this design, because these spikes are fucking sharp. You can not worry about hurting yourself when moving these things around. And, you know, it may be a little loose. Some things may pop off, like the hands or the tip of his tail, but, you know, it's honestly not as bad as, well, so, like, this. Oh my goodness. Overall, super solid figure. I gotta... Oh, you know what? You know what? Let's put the freaking tail back on, because I almost forgot about the accessory section of this video. Man, I'm sure most of you have seen this figure countless times now because it's been out for a few months. But man, you're gonna be blown away by the accessories he comes with. Are you ready? Yeah. This is the hand he comes with out of the box. This is the same side, but the alternate hand. I see the difference. Honestly, like, this is fine. They came out with a heat ray version for this guy, which I plan on getting eventually. Probably not soon, but eventually. Just to show you guys what he looks like with it on. This is actually how I have him displayed, just because these look a little better than the splayed open hands. I just put these ones on. Pretty freaking cool. But yeah, overall, this is not a bad figure. Honestly, I'd give this figure like solid 8.5 out of 10. This is one of my favorite figures. I'd even say it's probably top 3. This guy is super nice. I highly recommend it. It's only like, depending on where you buy it, like if you go buy it at Kaukas, I'm pretty sure it's only like 50 something bucks. Overall, really like this figure. I am excited to start reviewing these guys. It's something that I've pretty much wanted to do since I learned about Godzilla's existence when I was like 8. So, yeah. Overall, pretty cool. Next review, I think we're going to talk about one of the few Monster Arts bangers. I love this figure, and he's got a funny backstory. At least my copy does.